Hey everybody. So I've been trying to do more writing lately because every time I write, I feel good. Um, it just makes me happy. I don't have a job doing it. It'd be great if I did. I don't have the stick-to-itiveness to be a full-time writer or even a published one. So whatever. So I'll write stuff. I'll share stuff. I don't know where I got this idea to actually make videos of me recording it. I don't know. I think maybe I'm just enjoying being on the camera. This beautiful face of mine. Why should I deprive the rest of you from this? Anyway, so this is my third time doing this video. The first time I did it while I was at camp. The video was too dark, and I actually ran out of room to record the whole thing. There was a whole bunch of shenanigans involved. So I decided I'd wait till I get home from vacation, and here I am. And this is the second time I've tried it at home because the last time I forgot to hit record. So here I go. Um, briefly, this is a story of Celestial Knight. It's kind of spoilery, but I mean, if I never write a whole book, I guess it can't really be a spoiler, right? Celestial Knight, he is a superhero fan. And this story's been done before. Kid wants to be a superhero, except he's a grown man. Wants to be a superhero, finally gets superhero powers, and that is his life. That's all he wants to do is save people. This particular superhero got his powers from a witch after showing her a good time at the club. Came up with the idea a long time ago with this game called City Heroes, where I had the opportunity to just create superheroes and create wacky backstories. This one was one of my favorites. Through the course of the story, the planned story, it'll run into other characters that I created in City Heroes. But for right now, just know his name is Gerald Johnson, and he is known as Celestial Knight. His magic is a celestial magic that he gains from his connection with the stars and the planets, all celestial bodies. But his in particular is the moon. So, I hope you enjoy. If you don't, so, I will. But feel free if you want to comment. I'm cool with that. I like feedback. Maybe some of it will mean something to me. So, I'm going to try to read better this time. Last time, I'm almost glad I'm doing this over again. Last time I screwed up a bunch. I can read really well, but sometimes I stumble. You know something, and it's in your head one way, but you see it on the page, and there you go. So, time to work up all those old forensic juices. A black leather boot connected with the side of Celestial Knight's head, sending him cartwheeling away. Face down in the turf, he struggled to rise, only to be rewarded with another kick to his ribs. He curled up, protecting what he was sure were broken bones. He was weak, weaker than he'd ever been in his life. "And you call yourself a Celestial Knight," McGinty spat, while slowly circling him, charring the grass beneath his feet. Soul Sunder, as he'd been calling himself since gaining his new sun magic, was delighting in what he was sure all the observers at the park would call a clear victory. Gerald gritted his teeth as he tried controlling his breathing. Every moment he moved, every movement he made, caused his ribs to sing, but he knew he needed to be ready for whatever came next. He squinted into the afternoon sun, once again cursing the source of his greatest weakness, the butterfly rash on his cheeks, a gift of lupus, and his biggest tell was almost blood red. It didn't go unnoticed by his foe. "You know, when rumors started that the only reason people saw you at night was because sunlight actually hurt you, I refused to believe it." The golden piping on his outfit began to glow, and a flaming ball of light appeared in his hand. It sent some of the onlookers ducking behind trees and benches, while others decided it was getting too dangerous and left the park altogether. His ribs reminded him, "Oh, dang it, I skipped the whole line." Sorry. It sent some of the onlookers ducking behind trees and benches while others decided it was getting too dangerous and left the park altogether. McGinty lowered the orb down to Gerald, who immediately recoiled, raising his hands to cover his face, his ribs reminding him of how bad an idea that had been. He laughed cruelly before expelling a searing beam from the orb, hitting Gerald in the chest and knocking him onto his back. And yet here we are, the boy who wanted to play hero, beaten by the man he had no business trying to replace. And I'm sure Jinora sees that now. She never should have tried to take that power away from me. Take anything away from me. Now she's mine again, and you will be burned from this earth. Gerald rarely got to his knees. He chuckled, lightly at first, and then loud enough that he choked on a bit of the blood in his mouth. Every moment of it hurt, but he could no longer hold in just how he felt about the situation. What's so funny? Soul Sunder growled at him. His orb poised to level another strike. Gerald composed himself. You, man. You're funny. Or goofy, anyway. All of this, he lifted his hands as high as he dared. All these attacks and plotting and stupid noise, all because you got your little heart broken. McGinty started to protest, but he stumbled through it. No, I don't care about her. It was the celestial magic. So much power, more than an idiot like you could possibly comprehend or hope to control. It was mine, and then she kicked your crazy ass to the curb and sent you packing. And you don't know what to do with all those feels. Celestial Knight painfully laughed at himself. Not appearing to... gee whiz, that's not that word. Not appreciating the mocking, McGinty took a step forward with the orb at the ready. You want to talk about feels? Let me... Just stop. The command worked surprisingly well, even to the point of leaving a confused face on the Sun Mage's face. A confused face? Oh, sorry. The command worked surprisingly well, even to the point of leaving a confused look on the Sun Mage's face. The way I see it, said Celestial Knight, you have two problems. McGinty was marveled by the pure impudence of this battered body in front of him. From his blue and green outfit burned off of his... From his blue and green outfit burned off and barely hanging on to his brown, bruised skin, bleeding Celestial Knight looked every bit the loser. Even the butterfly rash on his face was so red it almost glowed. Where did he find the nerve to speak in such a manner? And what's that? Soul Sunder asked. Well, I knew you wouldn't keep your end of the deal. You've clearly lost your mind. So, I made sure to send some of my friends there to save the people in that oh-so-secret warehouse while I kept you busy here. A flash of anger came across Soul Sunder's face. Yep, gonna need more than a secret handshake if you want loyal minions, buddy. There was a faint sound of techno music, forcing all eyes on a rapidly approaching van. It screeched to a halt 100 feet away, with an assortment of people pouring out the side door. From the front emerged DJ Kiddo Willie, in all his grinning and fro-hawked glory. I tried to take them all home, he shouted. They all wanted to come here and see the jerk that kidnapped them get taken out. Kick his ass, CK, yelled a little girl from the crowd, cheered on by her fellow kidnappers. That's not the word I'm supposed to be using. One second, please. Apparently I can't read my own writing. Yelled the girl who was cheered on by fellow kids appeared... What? I did not write that right. Anyway, they cheered her on. Back to the drawing board on that one. It doesn't matter, said McGinty. They serve their purpose. You're here and beaten. That's all I need right now. Not you, Siri. Come on.
I couldn't find Siri.
No one asked you. Get quiet down. Sorry about that. I'm not starting over. Sorry. Yeah, about that. You know what your other problem is? Celestial Knight pulled himself to his feet. You never studied. And that's why I'm going to beat you with the most basic lesson you should have learned before facing me with this wackadoo plan of yours. McGinty smirked, amused and genuinely intrigued. Pray tell, what awesome nugget of knowledge is going to save you from me? Dies Luna. Confused, McGinty replied, What's that supposed to mean? A moment later, he felt the hairs on his neck stand up and noticed the rapidly darkening shadow that he was casting upon Gerald. And those eyes, all humor gone, replaced by an icy fire. And Gerald said, The moon isn't only out at night. Soul Sunder dove out of the way of a brilliant silvery blue shaft of moonlight that bathed Celestial Knight in the power he had been starved for. Arms outstretched, he let it lift him into the air. The powerful moonlight ripped away his torn tunic, his injuries lifted away of his skin, as though blown away by an angel. Yeah, buddy, I'm feeling it now. He watched as his suit was replaced by another, this one darker blue with lining that matched the bright blue fire in his eyes. Eyes that he brought to bear upon his enemy. I played you from the start, McGinty. The second you told me you wanted to fight me during the daytime, I knew you weren't thinking straight. Grade school science lost you this fight. You were never going to win. His fist began to glow. Now witness the firepower of this fully armed and operational ass-kicker. From somewhere behind him, he heard someone cheer, Woohoo! Good one, CK! It brought a smile to his face. He was nothing if not a crowd pleaser. You think you've won? Snarled Soul Sunder. Just because you've powered up with a little moonlight? He lifted his hands to summon his sunlight orb again. I still have the day. And you will? Celestial Knight was ready for him this time. As strong as he was, taking shots of concentrated sunlight were not a good idea. He leveled his glowing fists at Soul Sunder and yelled, Moonfire Cannon! End scene. I hope you guys enjoy. There is more to that in my head. It's always in my head. So much stuff is in my head. If I could somehow just plug something in and make it happen, it'd be great. I don't like to type. I really stink at it. And so I can sit around and dream up stuff all day long, and it gets me nowhere. And that's the part. That's the part I need to get over. I need to do it so I can share. I need that guy when I lived down in El Paso. This dude named Billy. Oh, he was my biggest fan. I don't even remember which parts I showed him. It was stuff from the Shades of the Universe story, which I kind of finished, mostly. Dude, he was just every day. He's like, did you do some more last night? Can I see it? Can I see it? He put fire behind me. Anyway, I need to make my own fire. Or I need to just be cool and do stuff. Anyway, like I said, I hope you enjoyed. It's a lot of fun for me to share stuff. So I plan on doing this again. I plan on sharing something that I started last year. It's not big. None of it's ever big. None of it is ever big. Whatever. But I think it's going to be really cool because I have something really awesome planned for it. I think it'll be appropriate. I've gotten a lot of help from friends and family, knowledge-wise, to get it done. And I hope you enjoy that too. But that'll be weeks from now because I know me. But I'm just glad to be able to share this part of my life with my friends and family. So have a great day. I am off to the gym. I'm going to be late. That's what happens when you screw up. You're late. Take it easy.